It's Reija and Hedda, and it's time for another Top 5 Wednesday. This week's topic is characters on your naughty list, and it can be about villains or just characters that you don't like. And I'm going to go one step beyond and do a list about villains that I don't like. All of these villains on this list have certain characteristics in common. They're very problematic characters. And maybe the biggest sin of all is that they are very uncompelling and boring to me. But yes, this is characters on my naughty list. Ergo, villains I don't like. First up on my list is Malkar Gennadion from the Doctrine of Labyrinth series by Sarah Monette. And I will say that Malkar's presence in the first two books is probably the weakest link of this series, because he is a very boring villain. I mean, he doesn't have a character outside of him being an awful person. He is a rapist, he is a blood wizard, and he's just a genuinely awful, despicable human being that doesn't really get developed outside of being an awful, despicable human being. And to me, that is such a cop-out. Like, that is not a great villain, and he is a character that I detest so much. Which is maybe a good thing, because then you root for the heroes to actually, like, win against him. But yeah, he is just an irredeemable character. Next character I want to mention is Akasha from the Vampire Chronicles, and especially The Queen of the Damned by Anne Rice. And here is another character that doesn't really get any kind of development outside of being an antagonist and being possessed by an evil spirit. Akasha was a queen in ancient Egypt, and we don't really know much about her beyond that until she became possessed by an evil spirit that yearns blood, and that's basically her character. She is the first vampire, and that's it. She doesn't really get any sort of development, and even though Queen of the Damned is probably my favorite Vampire Chronicles book, it isn't because of Akasha, it is because of Akasha's involvement with all the other characters in that book. And she's on my naughty list because her biggest sin is being an uncompelling and boring character. So coal to her. Third character on my list is Callum Harker from This Savage Song. Kate Harker's father, who is a crime boss and a mob lord and an antagonist. And that's it. That's his character. He's an ambitious asshole who's done awful things to achieve his ends. And he has a bunch of monsters in his beck and call. Once he loved a woman, so I guess that makes him sympathetic. Not. I think the most compelling thing about Callum Harker's character is that he wasn't pro having kids. But that's not explored in any great detail. Like, he is just your run-of-the-mill antagonist. He isn't the most mustache-twirliest antagonist on this list, but come on, you could have done better, Victoria Schwab. And speaking of mustache-twirliest villains, I must mention Gregor the Mountain Clegane from A Song of Ice and Fire, because holy hell, that character is so utterly irredeemable. He is like a walking bag of scum. Like, all the things you could imagine a person doing that are wrong, he does. He is a rapist, he is a murderer, he is apparently also kind of pedophilic because he doesn't really care who he rapes. And he is a pillaging monster. Like, this character has no character outside of that. He is just a hammer that Tywin Lannister uses. Oh, there you go. But yeah, that character is definitely on my naughty list. Santa can come and put him in a bag, stuff it with coal and throw it over a bridge. Thank you. And final character on my list is Wednesday from American Gods. And yes, I'm counting Wednesday as a villain because, come on, he is Odin. Odin is not exactly a good guy in the Norse mythology, and neither is he in this book. And here is another despicable proto-human being. Statutory rape, yeah. Scamming people of their money, yeah. Fooling everyone close to him, yeah. He is just an asshole. An irredeemable asshole. Like, I actually don't really understand why Shadow has such hots for Wednesday in the first place, because Wednesday doesn't really do anything to merit sympathy in that entire book. Like, he doesn't. I don't get it. But yeah, those are all the characters I would put on my naughty list. If you have some more characters that you would put on your naughty list, or you agree with any of my choices, please leave a comment down below and let's have a discussion. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!